welcome back to my class. In this class we are going to continue our same lesson, which is energy from the sun of the class 8. In this class we are going to learn further about this lesson only. So the energy which is coming from the sun is more or less constant throughout the year. So that is why that leads to the change in the temperature on the earth. So let's see the example how it is showing, so that it will be very easy in understanding. So this is the sun. The solar radiation received on the surface of the earth is called insolation. Okay. So what the sun is producing? Sun is producing energy. Energy is getting produced in the form of heat and light. Yes or no? Yes. Heat and light. Energy is produced in the form of heat and light, and it is taken by the earth, receiving by the earth. This is the earth. Okay. So the sun is producing heat and light in the form of rays. So these rays are called solar radiation. Solar radiation. The energy which is produced by the sun is called solar radiation, or you can also say in simple words, the heat which is coming from the sun and taken by the earth is called solar radiation. Okay, so what the earth is receiving? Earth is receiving the energy. So this energy is called insolation. Insolation. Yes, this energy is called, which is received by the earth, is called insolation. In means coming inside. So earth is taking in. What is the earth is taking in? In solar energy. Earth is taking the energy solation. Solation means solar energy. Got it? So in this way insolation is coming. So inside the earth, solation is the energy coming by from the sun in the form of solar radiation, which is in simple words heat and light. This is called insolation. And what else? The energy is reflected back to the earth. So what we are learning here is the sun, the rays which are coming on the earth is not 100%. Okay children. So the radiation, the energies which is taking by the earth, it is not completely 100% that is receiving by the earth. Only 1% of the sun's rays is coming and receiving by the earth. Okay. So only 1% of the sun's energy is taking by the earth. 1% of the sun's rays by the earth. Okay. So the remaining, it is getting reflected by the atmosphere. So children, what we have today learn is sun rays and the earth's surface. So in that figure 2.2, how the sun is giving the solar radiation, what percentage of earth is insulating the rays or energy which is coming from the earth, and remaining where it is going, where it is getting released, we have discussed just now. For better understanding, let me give you a review for this, okay, so that it will be better. Okay, so 100% the energy solar radiation is coming from the sun, but the earth is not receiving the 100%. How much it is receiving? It is receiving only 51% of the solar radiation that is observed by the land and the oceans, and remaining what is happening, and 3% is observed by the clouds, 16% is observed by the atmosphere. As you have come to know what is atmosphere, a thin layer which is covered on the earth that contains gases. Which gases? Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. These are all the gases of the atmosphere. So how much the solar radiation is observed by the atmosphere, children? It is 16%, and remaining it is getting reversed. What is getting reflected? Reflecting by the earth and atmosphere back to the sun. How much percent the atmosphere is reflecting the radiation? It is the radiation directly 16% space from earth. So 16% of the radiation is getting reflected by the earth, and radiation to space, clouds and atmosphere. So 64% is again reflected by the atmosphere and by the clouds also, and it is getting distributed in the space. So only limited amount of solar radiation is insulating by the earth. As you have, maybe you have come to know, and you will be able to understand what is insolation. So in this way we have a terrestrial radiation figure we have come to know. In detail, we will learn about what is territorial radiation in the further classes. So, basically what we have understood, that not 100% solar radiation is getting and insulating by the earth. Okay, how much percent? Lesser percent of the solar radiation is insulating by the earth. Remaining all is getting reflected to the sun only. Atmosphere is reflecting, clouds is reflecting, and the earth is also reflecting. Okay children, so let's see what is saying about. You can see from the pictures that due to the curvature of the earth's surface, the smaller amount of solar energy falls on a smaller area on the equator on a large area as move north and south of it. Okay, so what is saying that due to the curvature of the earth, the amount of solar energy falls smaller on the equator but larger on the equatorial areas. Let's see the diagram for better understanding. Okay children, see, this is sun. Okay, these are all the solar rays, sun's rays, solar rays, whatever you want to say, you can consider them as. Okay, and this is your earth. Okay, so what is saying, and this is equator, 0 degrees equator. What is saying, the energy which is coming on the equator. Okay, so this is solar radiation. Okay, so the sun rays is coming directly on the equator, but the equator is not so much hot. Only the places which cover the equator, areas which cover the equator are hot. Okay children, so the equator is not much warmer or hot. Only the regions which are close to the equator are very much hot. So what it is saying, that equator on a large area as we move north or south. So this is north pole 90 degrees, south pole. Okay, how? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will reach to the 90 degree, and the same from the equator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so all this if you calculate, it will reach to the 90 degree, completely whole globe. Okay, due to the curvature nature of the earth. Curvature nature means curved. This is in curvature in nature. That is why the rays of the sun does not fall completely on the whole earth. That is why some countries are cooler and some countries are much hotter due to the shape of the earth. So what is the shape of the earth? Basically that you have learned from the beginning, that earth is in spherical in shape. So students, as you are familiar with this from the beginning, from the primary classes, that earth is spherical in shape. So due to the curving point, spherical in shape, that is why sun rays does not fall completely on the earth. Okay, in one direction. That is why it is said that the rays which are coming from the sun are not uniformly. Uniformly means in one direction, in a straight position. It is not raising the rays in one position. Okay, only the equator is getting in straight line, straight rays. Okay, that is why equator regions are hot, but the equator is not so hot. Okay, let's see what is saying further. So what is saying, that the sun's rays which is falling on the equator is 90 degrees. Okay, so the sun's rays which are falling on the equator are 90 degrees when compared to north and south pole. Okay, which is angle of incidence. What is angle of incidence? Let's see. Okay, learn about what is angle of incidence. You can see that while the sun rays fall about 90 degrees on the equator, as I said just now, that on the equator sun rays will fall completely 90 degrees slantly towards the pole. This is called the angle of incidence. But on the north and the south pole, that the rays does not fall on 90 degrees. Okay, so here like this, north pole and this is south pole. Okay, so only the equator is getting 90 degrees angle and the radiation is completely falling on the equator and it is considered as 90 degree. But this will be not 90 degrees. These rays are not, this could be 60 degrees. For example, I am saying could be 45 degrees. Okay, why? Because that the sun, because of the curvature of the earth, that it is curved in nature. That is why the sun is giving only 90 degrees to the equator. Remaining north and the south pole doesn't get 90 degrees. See the direction of the rays, students, that it is not getting 90 degrees appropriately, okay, due to the curvature of the earth. That is why the north pole and the south pole regions are very much hot. Yes or no? Yes. In south pole what it is? Here it could be Antarctica. Yes or no? Yes, Antarctica. As you have know how much Antarctica is very much cold place that the sun rays could not reach here. And here what it is? Arctic region. Here it could be Arctic region, because the sun rays could not reach them properly, these regions. That is why these two regions are very much cold, and the places which cover the equator, which are very close to the equator, are very much hot. Okay. So let's see, is called slanting towards the pole. See the position, this is slanting. Okay, slanting towards the pole is called equator. So one more thing I want to tell you, children. So this is called angle of incidence, that only the equator is having an angle of 90 degrees and remaining the other north and the south poles is slightly different degrees. Okay. So the sun rays reaching to the north pole, see how much the sun rays are very much far to the south place. So these places will be very much cold. Why? Because the rays of the suns are very much far away from the sun. They are getting rays from very far much places. Yes or no? So that is why it will be cold regions. So, but here equator regions are very much hot. Why? Because the sun rays are directly coming on the equator. So the space is very less when compared to the rays and between the equator. So less space. So what I should say? Less space, less rays, high temperature. Okay, and it could be far away rays, cold. Got it? I hope this is clear. जितना रेज जो है नजदीक से रहेंगे सन की, उतना जो है वो प्लेसेस बहुत ही ज्यादा इट कुड बी हॉट. द रेज विच आर वेरी मच फार अवे फ्रॉम द रीजन्स और प्लेसेस, दैट प्लेसेस विल बी वेरी मच कोल्ड, बिकॉज द सन्स रेज जो है बहुत ही दूर से जो है उन्हें रीच हो रहे हैं. दैट्स वाई द प्लेसेस आर वेरी कोल्ड. गॉट इट चिल्ड्रन? एंड इट इज नॉट इन दी proper degree also. It could be 60 degree, 70 degree, any degree it could be. Why? Because it is slanting position में आ रहे हैं. As you can see, ये slanting position है, and this is the exact straight position. That is why sun rays are not coming uniformly. Okay, see the position of the rays, children. In this way, down slanting, upward slanting, and in between straight coming to the equator. That is why what we have learned, that the rays are not coming in uniformly. And what else? Due to the rays are not coming uniformly, the north pole and south pole regions are very much cold and the equatorial regions are very much hot. And what else? जितना rays का space ज़्यादा रहेगा, that regions will be cold, and the rays which are very close to the earth, that regions will be very much hot. Why all this is happening? ये सब क्यों हो रहा है? That the so much of distance between the rays, so much of cold, that in north, in south, but in equator the regions are very hot. Why? Because it is happening due to the curved shape of the earth. All this is happening due to the curved nature of the earth. So this is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is nothing but that only the equator is getting 90 degrees rays, 90 degrees rays. Okay, exact sun's rays is reaching to the equator. Remaining on the north, on the south pole, the rays are in different degrees. Upward slanting, downward slanting. This is called angle of incidence. I hope it is very much clear to everyone. So let's see next, children, what the lesson is telling us about. Even though more intense rays falls on the equatorial region, it is usually cloudy then after midday, and sun rays fall on the ground. Hence equatorial regions are not warm as the regions immediately north or the south of them. So what it is saying, that sometimes the equatorial regions are not completely hot. Okay. So all the time what we are learning here is the equatorial regions are not hot. Sometimes what is saying, that the cloudy there after midday and less sun rays fall on the ground. So what is doing here, in the equatorial places, the places which are covered to the equator, as we have discussed just now, that their clouds will be there, everywhere clouds will be there. So the clouds will protect the sky and the sun rays doesn't fall in those places. Why? Because that the clouds will cover the sky and the heat does not reach into the earth's surface. That is why it is said that sometimes equatorial regions are not warmer when compared to the north or the south of them. Okay, but this is not at all, as the earth goes around the sun in the course of the year. The angle of incidence constantly change. Yes, as we have known that the earth rotates around the sun. Rotation, revolution, I hope everybody knows this, that the earth rotates around the sun the whole year. That is why the temperature will be different in every part of the country. Yes or no, children? Yes, because of the earth rotates around the sun, that is why the temperature is completely different in some countries and completely different in south countries or north countries. Like if we are in India, if we are having summer vacations, summer season, but in America or in other countries the temperature will be different. Why this is happening? Due to the rotation of the earth. So the earth rotates constantly throughout the year. That could be a reason. That is why the temperature is constantly changing. Okay. That is not that the clouds are only covering the sky. One more reason is that the earth rotates around the sun throughout the year. Okay. So and the angle of incidence also constantly changes. Yes or no? Due to the earth rotates around the sun, the angle of incidence will be changing. Yes? Yes. Angle of incidence, what we have learned just now, will be getting changed constantly, regularly. Thus, the angle of incidence increases in the north during the months of November, December and decreases in the months of May, June. We will look this in detail in the next chapter. So, what is saying, that the angle of incidence will be used to change in the month of November and December and decreases in the month of May and June. So, how much the angle of incidence will be less, the temperature will be more high. How much if the angle of incidence is more spacious, more lengthy, that in that place the temperature will be very much cold. Yes or no? Jitna zyada the sun rays will be very much long, that place could be very much cold. If the sun rays are very much closer to the earth, that place could be very much hot. So it also means that angle of incidence will changes, the temperature will also get changes. As it is saying, November, December decrease in the month of decreases. Why? Because angle of incidence changes. All this is happening due to the temperature changes, the earth rotation, angle of incidence is changing, clouds also covering the sky. All these are the reasons why the temperature is getting changed. Seasons are different in each and every country. So let's see the next one, land and water contrast. Land and water contrast. The temperature distribution over land and oceans are quite different and varying. So what is saying, the temperature which is distributing over the land, surface of the earth and oceans are quite changing. Varying means different, changing. Okay, different, and it gets changes. Okay, so the temperature over the land and over the oceans are completely different. This will be very clear if we measure the temperature of different places over different continents and oceans. So if we measure the temperature with the help of thermometer, measuring thermometers, which is specially used to check the temperatures, then we will get to know that the temperature is completely different in continents and in oceans. Okay, land is considered as a good conductor of heat. So what is saying, that land is conductor, a good source of heat, whereas water bodies are different. What are water bodies? ocean, lakes, rivers, and what else, ponds. So these are all the water bodies, whereas water bodies are completely different. While land gets heated easily and cooled easily or quickly, oceans will take time to heat and to cool. So what is saying? Land is heat up quickly and cool down quickly. And what it is saying? Oceans will take time to heat and cool. So oceans take time to heat up and to cool down also. Take time to cool down also. So this is the difference between the land on the ocean. It heats up quickly and it's also cools down quickly, whereas the oceans are completely different, varying, as we have learned just now. That is why it takes lot of time to get heat up and it takes lot of time to cool down also. So let's see the next point. Heating of the atmosphere. You may be surprised to know that the atmosphere on the air around us is not heated directly by the rays of the sun. So what is he saying? That the atmosphere on the air, it is not getting heated directly by the sun rays. In fact, it actually allows the rays to pass through without being heated by them. The sun rays first heat the earth's surface. Thus, so what is saying? That the heat which is coming on the atmosphere, it is not coming directly. What is saying? That it is first is rays passing through the earth's surface, then it will be formed into the air. Okay. So the rays which are coming from the sun will reach to the earth's surface, then it will pass into the atmosphere. Atmosphere is nothing but air, then it will get heated. So what is saying? That begins to radiate heat which heat up the air around us. That is why it is warmer near the surface of the earth compared to places of higher altitudes of the atmosphere. It is saying that is why some places are not that much warmer when compared to the higher altitudes of the atmosphere. Why? Because that the sun rays is not getting heated directly by the atmosphere. First it is reaching to the earth's surface and then getting distributed into the atmosphere. That is why the places near the surface of the earth is completely warmer when compared to the higher altitudes of the atmosphere. So in the next class, in the continuation of this lesson, we will learn about further how the temperatures are going to be recorded, how the temperatures are different in different countries. Till then, I hope it is clear to everyone how we have learned about the angle of incidence, how the solar radiation is coming from the sun, how much radiation the earth is receiving, remaining, where this radiation is going, how much radiation is insulating by the earth, and how much it is getting reflected again back to the sun. What is angle of incidence, and how the land and oceans is getting heat up, cooled up, in what duration. So in the next continuation of this, we will learn about the further about the temperatures. Till then, just go through this lesson and try to understand it as soon as how much you can, so that it will be easy to understand all this process. In this way, we have completed this subtopic. In the next class, we are going to learn further about this lesson, and this lesson is going to be continued in another classes. Till then, try to learn this lesson. Thank you.